Okay, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. The Quest for Peeta. If you never bought into the relationship between Katniss and Peeta, this film is going to take forever. And since they broke the last book up into 2 films, this film does seem to have a lot of padding. This is coming from someone who liked the fact that Lord of the Rings, that The Hobbit was 3 films based off 1 book, adding in short stories and little ancillary, like anecdotal pieces here and there. If you don't recall, where we left off, Katniss had been kidnapped at the end of the last Hunger Games. She, of course, had been brought to the Resistance, which is a different district. Now you get to finally see some of the other districts. Why? Well, they're essentially trying to use Katniss as a propaganda symbol to rally all the other districts in Pan Am to turn on and create insurgency against the capital. I mean, even more, I'll say we're making propaganda pieces using you to try to do this. Jennifer Lawrence, as always, does a very solid job. What helps her in this film is she's got a really good supporting cast. Whether it's Julianne Moore, whether it's the late Philip Seymour Hoffman, or it's Elizabeth Banks, whether it's Woody Harrelson. I'm still kind of pissed that they killed Lenny Kravitz in the last film, but she's got this nice network working around her. So the ensemble portion is what really makes this film work. And it is pretty much all the drum beats you need to get your side ready for the march towards war, as well as rescuing Peeta. Why? Because now she finally realizes that the relationship that nobody really cared about, if you didn't read the books, between her and Peeta is now a relationship that she kind of cares about. And the capital, of course, is using Peeta as their propaganda piece against the insurgency, or radicals. It's pretty much this film. It's got moments that are good, but you can tell at about an hour and 45 minutes, they could have probably made just like a 3-hour final movie, trimmed this one down, and this would have flowed beautifully into it. And it's got moments where it's more or less, here's the devastation the capital has wrought upon its people. Okay. Shoot a video about the devastation. Okay. Go to new location of new devastation and show new footage of a video shot at new devastation. And it was like, okay. Okay, I get the purpose. Now, the word juxtaposition from a political standpoint, of course, is when you paint one side to be the terrorists, to be the insurgency, to be the ones using guerrilla tactics. It's like, they are the enemy. They are the ones doing the terrorist tactics against us. And then you're the group that's kind of like, we have to bond together to defeat them. It kind of has that whole, from the Empire's standpoint, the rebels were evil, the rebels were terrorists. From the rebel standpoint, there's a tyranny that is the Empire. So it tries to straddle that line. And of course, like most of these, the Empire, or the capital, with their white soldiers, really makes me feel every time I see them gun people down, I'm like, man, if they just had, red blasts, it would be like I'm watching a political version of Star Wars. So, good movie, enjoyable film. Like I said, what really helps it is the ensemble cast, which really, really elevates this film. This is not a one-person project. This is Jennifer Lawrence and all the people around her that make the Katniss character that much more endearing, that much more entertaining. That's also why the Divergent Insurgent films are horrible, because they're really missing that ensemble cast that works together to make the main character that much more engaging.